So here's another adding and subtracting rational numbers. We're looking at a problem that has both a fraction and a decimal. And even before I worry about that, I am going to look at the fact that this is a subtraction problem. So I want to start off by using the additive inverse property and changing the problem to addition by adding the inverse of positive 0.8, which is negative 0.8. Now, if you look at 2/3, 2/3 cannot be written as a decimal, which means I'm going to need to convert this problem into a fraction. So I'm going to take 0.8, which if we read the decimal correctly, that would be 8/10. So I can write this as 8/10. This also can be simplified by dividing the numerator by 2 and dividing the denominator by 2. And I end up with 4/5. So I can rewrite this whole problem as 2/3 plus negative 4/5. And in this case, I need to do my common denominator strategy to add those fractions together. So my common denominator, I would multiply my first fraction by 5/5, which is the same as multiplying numerator and denominator by 5. So I get 10/15. And then my second fraction, I need to multiply my denominator by 3 and my numerator by 3. And I end up with plus negative 12/15. Okay. And then I know the reason that I got a common denominator is because when we add fractions, we need the denominator to stay common. So this denominator number does not change when we add fractions. And now what I'm going to do is add the numerator. The numerators are 10 plus negative 12. And so this is something I can use my scoreboard for. I have 10 points on the positive team. I have 12 points on the negative team. The negative team has more points, and by how many? By 2 points. And this would be the answer to the original question, which is all the way up here. 2/3 minus 0.8. So remember, when you have a fraction and a decimal, you have to make the decision. Do I convert everything over to a decimal, or do I convert everything into a fraction? This problem, we didn't have an option because it was thirds. Thirds cannot be converted into an exact decimal.